Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss a story that touches the heart. Today, we're exploring a profoundly moving moment in the life of one of television's most admired couples, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. While their lives are often filled with laughter, charm, and on-screen energy, behind the scenes, they have faced moments that test the very core of love, resilience, and family strength. Recently, Kelly shared an experience that gave fans an intimate glimpse into one of life's most humbling and transformative events. A moment when Mark's health suddenly became fragile, and the family was forced to navigate fear, hope, and uncertainty together. It's a story that reminds us all how quickly life can change, and how every moment with the people we love truly matters. The ICU arrival. Kelly vividly recalls the blur of sirens, the cold fluorescent lights, and the endless corridors of the hospital as she followed Mark into intensive care. Each step felt heavier than the last, a mix of fear and a desperate hope that everything would be all right. Seeing the person who had been her anchor, the father of her children and her lifelong partner, lying vulnerable was surreal, almost dreamlike, yet painfully real. Despite the chaos, Mark displayed incredible presence of mind, even in a weakened state. His first request was to see their children, not because he was focused on himself, but because he wanted connection and love. Watching him care for his family even while facing uncertainty showed Kelly just how deeply he valued their bond. She wrestled with whether to shield the children from worry or honor Mark's heartfelt wish, and in the end, love guided her decision, reminding everyone how much courage is required in the most human of moments. A father's heartfelt wish. When the children arrived, the reunion was quietly profound. Mark, despite his condition, spoke to each child with intention and care, offering lessons in resilience, empathy, and joy. To the eldest, he shared wisdom about responsibility and facing life with strength. To the middle child, he emphasized compassion and understanding. And to the youngest, he reminded them of the joy and laughter and the beauty of curiosity. Kelly watched, amazed at the calm strength in his eyes, the combination of hope, love, and acceptance. Even in vulnerability, he managed to provide guidance and reassurance. That simple act became a lifeline not just for their children, but for Kelly as well, reminding her that love and legacy extend far beyond immediate circumstances and that the words we share hold lasting power. The weight of uncertainty. Even as Mark expressed calm and clarity, the fear Kelly felt was immense. She spent sleepless hours in the ICU waiting area, imagining the unthinkable and replaying moments of their life together in her mind. Each beep of the machines, each hurried step of a nurse, brought a mix of hope and anxiety. Mark's quiet acceptance contrasted sharply with her inner turmoil, teaching her that strength can take many forms, his in stillness, hers in vigilance and presence. Kelly realized that love is not measured only in joy, but in the steadfast commitment to be present during life's hardest moments. She discovered that courage often comes from the simple act of sitting beside someone you love, even when the outcome is unknown, and that every heartbeat shared in such moments carries profound significance. Lessons in love and urgency. From this experience, Kelly learned lessons about urgency and the fragility of life. She reflects on the importance of expressing love, gratitude, and forgiveness without delay, understanding that the luxury of tomorrow is not guaranteed. Everyday routines suddenly became infused with intention, a shared laugh, a gentle word, a hand held in silence. By embracing these moments fully, we transform ordinary interactions into meaningful connections. Kelly has since emphasized that life's unpredictability teaches us to prioritize love, attention, and presence, encouraging all of us to cherish relationships before opportunity slips away. Mark's ordeal became a catalyst for this perspective, reminding families everywhere that love is a daily, conscious practice that must be expressed openly. A gradual turn toward recovery. Thankfully, Mark's story did not end in despair. Slowly, with the dedication of doctors and the determination of Mark himself, his health began to improve. Each small victory, a clearer voice, regained strength, a return of color to his cheeks, felt monumental. Kelly described it as breathing underwater, where each positive update allowed her to rise a little more from the weight of fear. When Mark's humor returned in the form of a playful joke about Kelly needing a shower, it was more than funny. It was a sign of life, resilience, and hope. That simple laugh encapsulated everything: the power of recovery, the strength of the human spirit, and the importance of finding joy even in the smallest moments. It reminded the family that healing is not just physical, but emotional, communal, and deeply relational. Family strength and support. Throughout Mark's recovery, the family found new ways to support each other. The children, initially shocked and cautious, quickly became an integral part of the healing process. The eldest took responsibility for logistics, communicating with medical staff and keeping track of care. The middle child offered comfort, bringing familiar items and routines into the hospital room to create a sense of home. The youngest, with humor and creativity, lightened the atmosphere, reminding everyone of the joy that still existed amid the uncertainty. Kelly witnessed the family's resilience firsthand and marveled at how adversity brought them closer. She saw that love is not passive. It requires attention, effort, and presence. Through shared care, they learned to appreciate each other more deeply, strengthening bonds that would endure long after the hospital stay ended. The emotional journey of recovery, Kelly emphasized, was not linear. There were setbacks, moments of doubt, and days when fatigue and worry threatened to overwhelm. Kelly often retreated to quiet spaces, sometimes the hospital chapel, not just to pray but to release pent-up emotions. Through these challenging moments, she discovered her own capacity for courage and calm, learning that supporting someone in crisis requires both vulnerability and strength. Mark's acceptance and quiet determination provided a model for Kelly, showing her that resilience can take the form of stillness, patience, and steady presence. Each small victory, from sitting unaided to sharing a smile, became a celebration of life itself, a reminder that love and hope can persist even in the most trying circumstances. The power of touch and connection. Among the most poignant moments Kelly shared was the simple act of Mark holding her hand. No words were needed. In that quiet touch, a world of meaning was conveyed. He was holding on to her, to life, to the family they had built together. That small gesture became a symbol of strength, connection, and endurance. Kelly recognized that love is expressed not only in words, but in attention, presence, and human touch. Even in vulnerability, love can be grounding and sustaining. These moments reinforce the idea that small acts of care, silent, intentional, and consistent, carry extraordinary power to restore hope and foster resilience, creating bonds that adversity cannot break. Homecoming and new beginnings. When Mark was finally transferred from the ICU to a regular room, it marked a milestone of gratitude and relief. Kelly guided him down the hallways, supported by nurses who had become part of the extended family. Returning home signaled a new chapter, one filled with patience, intention, and renewed appreciation for life. The family adjusted to a slower, more mindful rhythm, embracing ordinary routines as moments of connection. Cooking meals together, sharing laughter, and verbalizing love transformed everyday life into meaningful experiences. Past tensions faded as focus shifted toward care, presence, and gratitude. Life wasn't merely resumed, it was renewed, infused with awareness that each day is a gift, each moment with loved ones precious and irreplaceable. A broader message for everyone. Kelly's experience has become more than a personal story. It is a message for anyone who has delayed words of love, gratitude, or reconciliation. She reminds viewers that life is unpredictable, that every interaction carries weight, and that waiting for the perfect time often results in missed opportunities. By prioritizing love, presence, and meaningful communication, we honor our relationships and enrich our own lives. Her story illustrates that even in the face of fear and uncertainty, love is the anchor that holds families together, the thread that maintains connection, and the foundation for resilience. Kelly's message encourages everyone to embrace intention, cherish every moment, and speak from the heart, because these are the things that endure beyond circumstance. Conclusion. gratitude, and renewal. Mark's ongoing recovery has left the family stronger, more connected, and deeply grateful. The journey through fear, uncertainty, and hope has reshaped their lives, infusing ordinary moments with meaning and care. For Kelly, it has been a second chance, a chance to love openly, live intentionally, and embrace life fully. Every "I love you" is spoken with purpose. Each shared smile and act of care carries profound significance. From hospital rooms to home routines, their story demonstrates the extraordinary power of resilience, family, and unconditional love. Life can change in an instant, but through courage, presence, and devotion, we can not only survive, but thrive. Kelly and Mark's experience reminds us all to hold those we cherish close, to express love without delay, and to never take a single moment for granted, because in the end, it is the connections we nurture that define the richness of our lives.